Hi, welcome to Volleyball 1-on-1 on July here. I'm going to knock out a review of a team that I've been coaching now for a few months. I coach them maybe 5 practices, but what I do is a lot of work with them via video and then analysis. My schedule doesn't allow me to train them as much as I'd like, so I've been seeing them maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks for the last few months. We've made a lot of progress. It's the girls on this side of the net. They want to play for Poland. Their names are Ola and Agi, and this is the semifinals for the AVP Next in Santa Cruz. So I'm going to just do this video for you and them, so it's a little bit different than normal. So let's check it out. So we've been working this week and the last few weeks on serving. I'm very excited. I had a quick view of this video already, but the first thing you'll notice is Ola is about to jump serve. We've made some big changes to her jump serve. I think this AVP ball is better potentially for a more consistent serve with a 2-foot jump serve. So I took some notes on how Hayden approaches her serve. So Ola is a knockout server, but I didn't like the way she was serving. I thought this was a more effective serve for her. I like that pull, Aggie. Your feet are much better. So that's a good shot, but I like the pull. Notice the inside step. That's the step close footwork that we just started talking about. I like that in-foot side footwork. And we recently changed sides. So the player on the right is Aggie. The player on the left is Ola. I like that. That's fine. That's a good play by them. Again, good footwork. I just want us to get a little bit better on that pass. If we're going to pass error, Aggie, you're normally a great pass. I just want to pass a little bit higher because Ola is really setting pretty good right now. So she's fixing a lot of errors. Nice set. You see? That's what I'm talking about. Nice hitting, Ola. Very nice hitting. I was very impressed by your hitting, Ola, and your serving for both of you has been really good. So I think all that worked. Now on Aggie, we changed her footwork to the serve that we developed. I picked it up off this Japanese indoor player. I'm calling it a slide float serve. It's a very low toss, but it's extremely consistent, and that's what happens with it. Because of the low toss, you're basically tossing it a foot off your shoulder. It's extremely accurate. You can serve it just over the net. So nice serve. You can see it's been pretty effective for them, and she's really starting to hone it in now. I didn't really have too much of a problem with that play at all. I think 2 hands if you can, but I didn't mind that too much. Bad luck. Just try to get your feet square when you're off. A little faster. Yeah, I think my big thing that I'm seeing here is with all our speed and everything, I really want us to try to be passed straight. And I think what's happening here a few times is you're not passing straight. You're trying to pass middle, or you're passing it off the net. So I think in this play, you're such a good straight passer, and then running an up and down set from the outside, you're really hitting the pin well. And you'll see, like, yeah, look at that straight pass. Like, that's what I want as much as possible. And I think even if you error it tight, or you error it towards the pin, you're going to be okay because of Ola's speed and her setting skill right now. So I would really try and pass there. And also, Ola's really setting nicely with her hands right now. So I would try and put it a little bit higher so you're not getting potentially aced. Okay, so here's Ola's 2-footed jump serve. Ola, I want to say this thing is looking ridiculous. The consistency is what makes it so great. And you know, she's had really nice form before, but I think this really changed her consistency. So you know, we're not trying to get as many aces, but we're not missing as many serves. And the aces just come, you'll see. Boom, nice serve. And that's kind of what we're looking for. So we're not even looking for an ace. We just want a high ball that's spinning, so her partner can't hand set it, and then she's going to get some passes that are too tight and some that are off the net, and that's what happened there. And that's like the perfect serve for me. So we're trying to get a 2-point or a 1-point pass from there. Nice serve again. That's a good shot. Nice play, Avery. I was looking at this. I think you guys are making a mistake. I would have gone after more on Avery as I watched this develop. I know she hit 2 out of 2, and I think it's Christina already missed one. Beautiful. That goes back into our game plan. Play into your line. So play that line. I think the wind's blowing offshore right now. It's blowing off the ocean. It's blowing off the ocean and kind of where we're standing. So this side of the net. Here's that one-legged float serve. Notice the consistency. It's skimming the net. Looking really good. I think I'm very impressed, Ola and Agi, the progress we've made in terms of our serving. Like, this is like a great day for us. Like, the serving is lights out, much better. Great job. And I think that was the biggest difference in this game is your serving. And you guys are serving at a high percentage, but making aces and very few errors. So I'm very happy with it. Great job. So it's a big focus for us as a team. Now, I want you to watch your feet here. I think you give her too much. I'll try to get this slow motion. Like, watch how you jump through this. I think you had fronted her and you expected her to make like the most amazing play. I think you got to take more area here. Look where you jumped to. Like, you were already in front of her, and this is where I think you can just do a step close into that area. Watch what you did. You stepped and then you jumped and you kept going. So I would have, look, you stepped across. You did a crossover step here. I think you could have just stepped closed into a seam and taken that high ball with your right hand because your right foot is closing on the net. So I would have just from right there closed here, and because your right hand is coming in with a step close, you would have gone in this area here with your right hand. Okay, but I think you crossed over and did a jump into it. You took too much. Anyway, something to think about. Now, Aggie, this is where I'm starting to have problems with you. I want us to, last time we were here, you were almost unstoppable on the right side of that side of the net because you're basically passing right here, and then Ola was setting your ball up and down right here, which basically allowed you to smack this ball angle or to shoot over here line. Okay? And I think you got away from that in this game. You know, I think what you got to do is when you have a setter that's playing good, and especially on a side like this, pass the ball forward and in front of you. Okay, and I think that's what was the bad mistake which I saw. I think if we could have just got back into that, I think you would have sorted out all your siding out that I saw later in the game. Nice up and down set. I liked everything there. I think that's why, like, I see that, notice, and that's why I think you guys made a mistake going too much to Christina. I would have gone more to Avery. I saw that over and over again, especially with Christina's setting. Like, her setting was not, it was either too tight or it was off. I think you would have gone a lot of balls and a lot of points on a spin serve, especially you, Ola. and Christina having to set a spin serve, I think she'd bump a lot of those balls off the net or over the net. That serve is looking money. It stopped there. Okay, that is exactly what we want. So notice we didn't get an ace, okay, but because the ball is spinning so much, that's a hard ball to set. She didn't give a perfect set. The set's off the net a little bit because she's being cautious. Easy dig. Great play. That's exactly what we want. That looks beautiful. I was very, 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 very happy with that. That's exactly what we want. There's some stuff I saw with your blocking, Ola, that we're going to talk about in a little bit. I'm going to try and get to. Okay, so right now, okay, well, let me play it and then we'll see it. Okay, so for me on this, you know she's going outside. So this is the mistake I saw both you and Aggie make. So how I would feel right now is, you know she's a lefty. So you basically, in my opinion, want to start outside. I think you guys are both starting too far inside on this. And then I want you to step close with your right step and push into her seam like that. Okay? And I feel like you guys were too often reaching back into her left side. And you know she's going outside, so you're chasing across the court because you guys are trying to run this way, trying to get the ball. Whereas I don't want to do that. I think that's a bad idea. Okay, let's see how this unfolds. Look how you ran outside her, Aggie. So watch this. Look, you stepped. You had to step. You pulled a Ryan Daughtry here. And then you went outside her. And then you jumped again and stepped. And look at this space. Like, your left hand should be, get my other colors. Your left hand should be here. And your right hand should be making that move, Aggie. But because you jump back into the left, you basically open up the entire seam and the entire angle. It's too much court for Ola. Plus, again, it goes back to our thing. You know, it's like, I would be thinking about Avery. And I think that's the good side. So you served it into the good side because I think the wind here, this corner here is where she wants to be going. So she's heading back into the wind too. So anyway. Now watch when you pass forward. Bang. See how easy that is for you? And that wasn't even that far forward. So just pass high and forward, and I think you're basically good to go because Ola's really setting you well right now. Now Ola, look at your footwork. I think this is backwards. You know she's going outside, so you should be opposite footwork in terms of your body here. Look where that set is. That's an outside set. So I think that foot should be lined up there unless you're really trying to focus on stopping that line shot. But I would go the other way on this. So I saw this happen a number of times. I think you should be opposite here because you know they're sitting basically outside to the pin. They're not sitting up and down middle set. They're basically sitting outside. And then I would chase in. So I would start outside in here. I saw that a number of times here. And I would also consider blocking a 4-ball here. So step into an angle with a step close and then have, again, look at the forward pass. Much better. You missed it, but still, much better pass, much better in system. Although you kind of pushed it out just a little bit too far there, but it wasn't bad. there was the 4 block. I like that. Nice. That shot was amazing. Great job. That was awesome. Everything was awesome there. So again, notice you guys changed. It was just a bad set by Avery. I like the 4 block. Nice serving. Just money. I think your feet were backwards there. Set outside. You got to have your right foot off. You're pulling the other way. Now, Aggie, they're going for you now. So this is where you know they're going to be serving you. So it's an easy serve. I would really set up your offense. So I would pass here to the pin almost. Ola, you set her an up and down ball right here. And with this wind, you know, and that kind of a play, Aggie, I think you're starting out at 70-80%. You know what I mean? Like, that's very high. And you've got your 2 best shots this play, hard angle, and you've got a nice line shot. You've got some area space to move back into. But I think what's happening is you're not doing that. Instead, you're passing middle and not controlling and setting up your offense enough. So I would talk to him and say, hey, Ola, I'm really going to be passing to the pin. I want that ball up and down, like more in front of me, and setting that up. So let's watch this play unfold. Hold that for that. Great serve again. Really nice job. Again, look, we're getting a lot of points in Avery. I think sometimes you and Aggie are not always calculating the points. Like, I don't think you guys necessarily always calculate how many points you're scoring on people. It's interesting for me. There's another one. So again, another great point to Avery, and it's like, I don't think you were serving her. I think you guys went after Christine or Christina or whatever her name is too much, in my opinion. I'd be straight on Avery every play. Yeah, bad luck. Too good serves though. Very good. I loved everything there. See? That's exactly how we want to play it. Notice where you passed it to. Everything was great there. And we set up our offense. I really loved everything you did there. Aggie and Ola, everything looked great. Great job. I love the way you controlled your offense there. Very, very good job. So for those of you that don't know, they didn't control their offense. So what I mean by that is basically passing to locations where you maximize the areas of the court. And I think that's an important concept. And people are not always doing that. Again, look at that. Great. Good job. So we want to try and maximize the court. So if possible, in a day like this where the wind's blowing off the ocean, I want to try on that side. If it's Aggie, I want to basically, as much as possible, be passing the ball to over here and running outside here. So I can hit that ball back into the wind here. Okay? So those are the things. And sometimes you'll see in this match it doesn't necessarily do that. But even right now, so again, let's see where you guys go. I think you guys should be looking at Avery. I like the serve. I like it. You're more prepared. in the past you wouldn't have jumped on that, so that's great. Aggie, great job. I'm happy you're jumping. You guys are seeing it. You guys are much more aware. You guys are conscious. Great job. Huge progress from when we saw you guys in the FIVB event. You guys were like asleep on that. Seems like a tough win coming from behind you. So again, in that situation, just try and get it high and let Ola help you and fix it. There you go. Great pass. Unstoppable. You see? So that forward pass is critical. Even on this bad side, I think you attack much better from the outside. So, Aggie, I think right now I don't even want you running through the middle as much as possible. I think we try and get you outside there and use that kind of an offense that we want to set up. So create our angles that way versus creating angles from the middle. I think when you go from the middle, the ball tends to drop on your inside left shoulder too much. Nice serve. Ola, bad footwork again. I'd go the opposite way, wait outside and then come into it. I think that'd be better for you. I think you're making a mistake there. So you know they're going to be staying a little bit more outside. Chase them in versus chasing them out. That footwork is more for an up and down set in the middle. So if they're setting the ball up and down in the middle or running a back set or something like that, then you're doing that. But I want you on this to be having the opposite foot based upon where she's standing. It was close. I don't know why you're serving her, but it was a good serve. It was really close. You don't believe it. It was a good tip. That is exactly what is a great example. So even though it was a bad pass, you passed it high. Ola is a great setter. She's going to fix the ball, and that's the result. So as much as possible, pass it high and give her a chance. Great set, Ola. And way to put that away, Aggie. Okay, I think this is the end of the set. Okay, so if you look at things, we made massive progress in terms of our goals short term. Some of our short-term goals was to massively improve serving, which I think we've done extremely effectively. I think all of you, Aggie, your starting out wasn't great today, but it wasn't bad. So I'm pretty happy with it. It seems like you're setting up your offense. I still want us to be a little bit more conscious to pass to those specific areas. I think, Aggie, they're still serving you. So I want us to set up our offense. So I want you to be passing into these kind of passing circles. And then let's try and set it and run the ball up and down outside. I think this is your zones. All of your two-step serve from last week is massive. So this is a huge game changer for us. So it kind of gets back into our goals of a 80 to 90% serve-in ratio with a topspin serve where you're going to put pressure on their setting versus serving aces. The aces are going to come. Aggie, your serving has really come together. The serve is looking extremely consistent and money. I think you missed one so far the whole set, so I'm super happy. Same with you, Ollie. You only missed one. I think there's some improvement on the blocking technique. I think there's some improvement in terms of the offense, in terms of our offensive strategy. I think you guys are not always counting the points effectively. So I think sometimes you guys are going after the wrong person. And I think those are my main points out of this video. Okay, see more videos, go to volleyball1on1.com. And yeah, I'm Andor Gyulai, the owner and founder.